Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. It's that time. It's time for the daily news. Let's start it off and see if we get anything cool from the bag. Not super cool. That's okay. So the big news today is the weekend feud information is in. You can see it right here, 1010 Toasty Ghosty event. Point structure, tours 6 million. We'll have a breakdown on Friday with a Prizewall eval from Scotty and myself on the news. Tours extra 1.5 mil, blitz 650,000, blitz extra 520, stamp cards 30, web step up 30, web claim 20, backstage pass 25k. Top milestone prize 6-star bronze penta Cerro Muerto. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Feud CSS, the zombie penta, zombie brawn, Ray Phoenix, CM Punk zombie, LA Knight zombie, Seth freaking Rollins, that's the showboat, Penta era, and your feud boosts are in the game, so I'm not going to read those. Your tour CSS, zombie Penta, zombie Punk, zombie Sammy, zombie LA Knight, zombie Dom, zombie or regular Penta, generic zombie superstars, trickster zombies, acrobat zombies, technician zombies, and Seamus Gulick Warrior. Go ahead and screenshot those. We'll move on to the Prizewall info. There's a lot of it ahead of time, which is cool. So Prizewall highlights gear. Not sure what it's going to do yet, but new Penta Acrobat gear for Penta Era WrestleMania. My early guesstimation would be MP. That since he got purple gem damage gear initially, that could be rainbow gem damage though. But I would just guess. No inside info. Guessing MP gear. Shards. A lot of shards. Too many to name. But Vicaire, Ray Phoenix, Haku. We got some zombie LA. You know, Drew McIntyre, Chosen One, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, right? There's a bunch. Really a lot of good shards available this weekend, so that's cool. And skill plate, Rainbow Crossfire is going to be up there. I'm partial to that plate. I love the Crossfire plates. LA Bite and the Bite Man's Battle Armor, neither are very impressive, since LA Bite you can get in the Showdown store. In Bite Man's Battle Armor, that's a sub one if I'm not mistaken. The Toasty Ghosty loot coins, some straps for Penta, and random affiliation straps. Showboat Starfill frags. Anyone trying to evolve 17k Santa Hogan, or not evolve, but fill his stars, be aware of that. That's a PSA ahead of time. You're going to want those Showboat Starfill frags to get your Santa to 17k. That means as long as they're in my price range of the free-to-play, I will guaranteed by then have 17k Santa Hogan shards. Speaking of, I'm only like 150 away, so we can get them from the Showdown store if they show up. So let's go here, not here. What if I knew how to click things in this game? That would be amazing. Showdown store, none today. I already looked, spoiler. All right. Career mode, make sure you are doing Titan Takeover. If your energy says 0 of 5, click go. And then click go. Magically, you will have 5 of 5, okay? Check your store here. What do we got for hype currency today? Oh, heck yeah. Gunther's my tech, so I will absolutely buy those. None of this is anyone I'll be using on this account. We're just going to let this accumulate. I already have Pig Boy, don't like the price. Already have him, don't like the price. Rabbit Shards might be tempting at some point, but I have none, so we're not going to long game that. We're just going to continue saving for hype here. So that's where that's at. All right, new event today as well. Pumpkin Handle Solo Contest. Spend a Pumpkin Handle loot coin, 300. Spend your first, 1,000. There'll be more, there should be more things tomorrow, right? Beat the boss on any difficulty with Zombie Cody and Zombie Sammy. So whatever, if you got those, cool, you can do them. Let's take a look at the milestones though. 30k regular. Uncle Howdy show. So this is actually a heck of a good event free for anyone that doesn't have Howdy. This is the Armory currency event, right? So you want to get as far as you can. Very important for all of us. Pentashards there. Pentashards there. Penta shards everywhere, and some 25 howdy shards here in the silver, and 75 in the gold. So that's 100 howdy shards free if you get to the gold chest. Now, usually you guys hear me say bonus milestones are not pushing for. Let's see if there's any howdy shards prior to these numerous big ones here, or if these are all filler milestones, and they do appear to be all filler milestones. All right. So if you get to 30k, 45 to 58k, that'd be another 30k on top of it at 300 apiece. That would be 100 pulls, right? If you get to 30k-ish, 100 pulls to get to this spot, maybe a little less, like more like probably 90 for another 365 howdy shards. Potentially, if that recruits you howdy, you know, maybe it's worth it to you. It's not as bad as it is normally, I guess, or you know, 15k to get to this 165 more, and that's not counting if you hit bonus milestones. If you're this kind of spender, you probably are. And 15k would be 50 pulls, right? To get to the 165. So keep that in mind with the bonus milestones. Blade Braid, it's an okay plate. It does add 100% on a primary. It is 2 turns, and we don't see a lot of 100%ers on primaries yet. Most are 50, a few 100s, and then a couple 200s at this point. So it's not the best, it's not the worst. I don't particularly use mine on anyone, so at the moment, so, you know, to me, it's not worth pushing from 60 to 90, another 30k at all, even remotely, since that's like 100 pulls, right? You don't want to be in 100 pulls for that. So, a little bit better than normal, but still not amazing, right? Considering you got to do 50 pulls to get to the howdy shards, unless it recruits them for you guaranteed, then maybe it makes more sense, right? So that's that. And yeah, now let's look at the actual tours in the game, expiring stuff. There's the Steel Cage Voldemort tour. This will be a pain for a lot of people like myself because you're required to use zombies, and I don't have a lot to work with yet, right? But Seamus, you know, potentially can easily get through these early ones because there's no MP in them and that sort of thing, right? So if you look at what it has, you're not allowed to use Entourage. You do get a buff to gem and move damage, but no Entourage, no straps, medals, no gear. So it's just props, skill plates, moments, and perks. So we do have tour perks active at least as well. So that's good. Very, very good, right? So Seamus should be able, even my little 2-star bronze, to get through the initial ones, I think. Let's find out real quick. We'll run this. But the harder ones could be difficult. If you have a higher Seamus, congrats, you are good. And should be able to make it happen, Captain, right? You should be quite good with a higher Seamus. That's who I would roll with for sure. I don't know if we'll get through here since straps and medals don't count. Probably not. Probably not. But, yeah, we're in trouble now. So, yeah, unless this finisher does it. We definitely didn't 3-star it. So I kind of don't think so. My low Seamus, it isn't going to happen. If I get enough currency, though, I'll be able to get him to 3-star bronze, and then it will, right? I didn't have enough currency because I used it all on zombies to buy the upgrade pack thingy in the store, which I haven't checked, so maybe I do. Anyway, 3-star bronze and stuff, Seamus will probably get you through normal, maybe 4-star. It might take. So that's that. We have. Oh, back into events. We have 2 days for that. We also have 2 days for the pumpkin handle. These are very clear. Cody Rhodes for the CSS on this one. I'm assuming it's all zombies required, though, like the other stuff. Let's find out. No, oh, Cody. Oh. Okay. This could be tougher for some people. Potentially, maybe. I mean, most of it, I think they've given Cody away a few times. That's less exciting. And let's see what's required here. Sami Zayn. So that could be difficult as well, depending which Sami you have, although I think these have been given away. This guy can get through a decent amount. Sub for this Sami as well and stuff, so probably okay-ish tours, but, you know, you could struggle a little bit for sure to hit the gold chest in this event. I could see a lot of accounts struggling to hit the gold chest, actually. Doesn't look like the most friendly one we've had, but that's okay. Still a few days left on these, but want to be getting to it because it's busy second half of the week. So want to get through these tours, right, to get your points for your faction. You can see I'm not doing great on week 2. I haven't done any of them, so I need to get my butt in gear as well. So much going on with Titan and whatnot. Make sure you're doing your Titan today. Put out 3 videos, watch them, learn, and comment. Let me know what you want to see going forward, right? Speed tours, 24 hours. Make sure and get those done. Massively important. You can see I already did mine today. Meta Monday night expires right after this goes live. So by the time you watch this, probably expired. So yeah, that's it for your tour stuff. Ton of stuff to do in game. Gonna be really easy to miss stuff, guys. Just get in the habit every day, like you have with the Stip tour, of also banging out your faction stuff. Again, I can't stress how important it is. If you haven't watched it, watch my video on me saying this is the most important mode in the game. It absolutely is, right? You're going to want to be not wasting attacks on tier 1. Yeah, we still have 19 people that have KO'd tier 1 in our faction. Only 18 should be doing this. It takes 1 million point. Everyone can do it. This one, we've only had 8 people KO, 9 people KO, which is good, but that's still 8 too many, right? Don't do that. Tier 3 really also can take 1, but this is one where you will not want to miss your chests because this is where the hype currency starts, right? But tier 4 should be your focus, trying to get tier 4 down and tier 5 open. So if you can't get tier 5 open, like my faction cannot, what you want to do is try and get the most damage rewards you can on tier 4, which requires doing 1.35 billion damage total across all your attacks, and then getting the damage on 3 for 20 million damage, which is quite easy, right? So 1 attack on 3, 4 on tier 4 is how you want to do it to try and get the best chest rewards and get tier 4 unlocked for your team. And other than one person, only one person should be doing tier 1 and one person doing tier 2 to get those unlocked for the faction. Now, if your faction simply says, you know what, we can't unlock tier 4, it's not going to work, we're not going to try, then your next best bet, if you got the max chest on tier 4 and tier 3, sure, then you can get them if your faction says that. But in my opinion, every faction should be trying to get to this, because once your faction does, you get an amazing amount of hype currency every single day, assuming you get the max chest. So it's super important, most important thing you can do in the game. It's even going to give you more hype daily than the stipulation tour. So you're going to want to do that on the regular, guys, now, preferably, right? Because you're just missing and falling farther behind. Okay, store. Let's look at the offers. This is an interesting one. A lot of people probably like it. 13 pulls. We were kind of talking about the pricing on the pulls, right? As far as like milestones. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have like a crap ton of these. This plate looks great. It looks great. It's not. It's a bad plate. It's the best on Ridge, and Ridge is not great. Now, the Out of Control, whenever you make 6 or more Silence Gems, increase all your gem damage, does have a few plates. So it's the offer's a little more worth it. Plus, you're getting the pulls, so the plate's extra. So I do think it's okay offer, but don't feel like it's like a must buy, if that makes sense. And then here's your pricing on the pulls regular. This does come with some econ. I don't rate that very high. Speaking of Howdy, if you're going that route trying to recruit him, we talked about the 55 pulls, you know, getting you possibly to that next milestone. 65 shards there. If it gets you Howdy, worth being aware of, I suppose. Not I suppose it is. Some Zombie Sammy shards here, whatever, right? Pick up extra shards with the pulls. So I don't mind any of these. No full cards here, so less exciting than it has been. And this, while it's a good offer, maybe isn't quite as good as it looks, other than the price. The 13 pulls for 20 part actually makes it pretty good, considering you're getting 16 for 30 right here. And you could pick up the silence plate if it's somebody you'll use it on. So it's okay, right? Definitely better than all these. I think that's it for the new stuff. We'll just kind of scroll through here and double check. I believe it is absolutely it for the new stuff. Yeah, it do seem like that though. So, okay, right, that's what we got. Let's look at this new loot and see if it's any good. A pumpkin handle loot. 55 pull will give you 3 featured. Generally, when we see 55 and 3 featured, the featured pool is very diluted and weak. Let's see how that is. You have a 1.53% chance, so no guarantee you'd get one without the guarantee, and you're getting 3. So howdy, obviously these are all great, but if you were going to spend, you know, a chance to get Punk, then you should have got him guaranteed at the start. La Primera, now we're getting a little bit less, still not as less, but a little bit less here as we go, a lot less as we go, a lot less as we go, way less as we go. It's a lot in here. And oh, by the way, there's shards. So, right, you're not going to hit a full card, don't expect to. You're probably going to get a lot of shards of Brett and Liv. Probably. That's just a guess. Some full posters, though, for sure, of like this kind of stuff. Full card of like Raquel. Don't be surprised if you hit the A tiers and that sort of thing, right? So you move down to like mega rare, you get 10 guaranteed. That's obviously with a 10 pull, right? So you get 5 sets of guarantee. How many was that? 1 guaranteed with the mega rare. Oh wow. 1 mega rare guaranteed with 10 pulls. So you'd get 5 guaranteed mega rares if you were to split your 55 into 10 pulls. And this looks like a somewhat similar-ish, but even worse. So no cards, but it's going to be a lot of stuff you probably don't need, right? Again, right, zombie month is a long month. I kind of don't like it, right? Unless you're going to get Howdy for a relatively inexpensive price, or a price you can afford. There isn't really an inexpensive price, right? 10 pulls is 3,000 points, I think it was. So you're kind of in it for a lot of money. So I don't think this is the spot, probably, to be honest. Again, keep waiting. I know I keep saying that, but it's zombies. There for sure is going to be crazy stuff. So I don't think this is the event to wail out on yet on the pumpkin loot handle personally. So I would hold, as you see in like Braveheart, right? So so that's what I got for you guys today. A lot of info on feud and stuff. And the prize wall looks pretty enticing, right? And then your CSS again, and all of that. I'll just pop up one last time for you guys. Yeah, that's what I got for the news. Check out the videos I'm doing on the new mode. At least this week I'll probably be doing like 3 each day of the 3 I'm using on tier 4. And next week I'll probably start to try and narrow it down and focus down a little more on strategy, as well as start trying to narrow down who the better choices are if you have them, you know, that sort of thing. And as we go forward, kind of adjust that way to your best ones to get the mode on farm and help your faction clear and things like that. So let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed today's news, and remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. And that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Videos like crazy this week. My goodness. So many.